Okay, welcome back. We have the Hubsan Mini, the one with the black arms, and we have a 10-inch tablet. I'm going to put it up, a little narrative here, do a little Waypoint mission that I just did offline here, and if you don't know how to do that, I got a video on that, and I'll put a link to that up there. We'll do the Waypoint mission. We're going to have a little chat and how it fits in with all the other minis that are out there. Okay, let's get this up in the air, get the Waypoint mission going, and let's have a little discussion. Okay? Let's get it up in the air. Okay. Here we go. This is the Waypoint mission that I did. Okay. Let's get it up in the air and see what happens. There it goes.
Has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
Okay. There it is. So we're just going to set it up here. And let's put this piece of paper down for a second. Okay, let's just take it back and forward. And we know we have quite a bit of battery, so let's go up. And we're out of view there. Let's go back to the big screen here. Let's go up. We're going to go up to about, we've got to go up to about 50 or 60 meters because my waypoints are about 70. Look at that blue sky, nice horizon. We're up 28 meters, 30. We're up high enough now. Okay, 40, 50. There we go. Okay, we're good there. Okay, bring that camera down a bit. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so let's go back to the Waypoint mission here. And you have to submit it first. Okay, so you submit it. It says it's been successfully submitted. And I'm going to start it. Let's go, start. The drone is about to start a waypoint mode. Please have your drone at least 15 feet off the ground, which is weird, it says feet. Okay, go. And there it goes. Let's see if we can just watch it for a second while you can see that one. Okay, it's going to go up to the designated height, which is 70 meters, I believe, thereabouts. Okay, I don't have a hover setting. Let's just bring that camera down a little bit. Switch over to the video and see that our video is going to be at 1080p at 30. And we're just going to start the video. Okay, that's loud, isn't it? So there we are. And the focus point is in the middle of that. Okay, so I'll have all this for you ready to go. So what I want to talk about, I'm just going to watch that go and I'm going to talk and explain things. There's so many Hubsan Mini drones, and there's the Autel Mini drones, there's the DJI Mini drones, there's and the FEMI Mini drone. Probably a dozen of them. But let's just talk about the Hubsan series, okay? You've got, the first thing that came out was the Hubsan Mini Pro. Then there was the Hubsan Mini. Then there was the Hubsan Mini SE. Then there was the Hubsan Mini. Okay? Then EXO came into the band and said we have an EXO Mini and we have an EXO Mini Pro. Then we have a Black Hawk 2 and a Black Hawk 2 Pro. They're Hubsan, basically. Oh, and by the way, if anybody says, oh, you can't fly a Hubsan drone in the US, yes, you can. Okay? If you want to know how, give me a call. Okay? But you can. Okay? The difference is about 150 bucks for EXO. But I don't want to get into that because it's a disaster for Canada. I don't want to even touch it. Okay? Anyway, here it's going to number 4 and it rises in altitude from 70 to 80 meters. Okay? As you can see, it went to 81. Okay? So it's doing its thing and it's going to come back. Well, let's have a look at this here. You can buy, as of today, a Hubsan Zino Mini Pro for about 550 bucks US. About 550, a little less in some areas, 550 bucks, okay? The Hubsan Zino Mini SE is about 350 bucks. The Hubsan Mini is about 435, 429, okay? So between the Hubsan Zino Mini SE and the Hubsan Mini is about a $60 to $80 difference, and that's you're paying for the size of the camera, okay? Oh, it's going to number, what's that, number 5 there, okay? You're paying for the camera, but it doesn't have 60 frames per second. It doesn't have, what is it, the Sync 3 or the Link Sync 3. It's got Sync 2. It's only got 3 times zoom instead of 6. Few little things, but if you want a good camera on a drone that's got a massive lifetime, I mean flight time, like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, which in actual fact take 10 minutes off that, but it's still 10 minutes more than all the rest, okay? The FIMI X8 Mini only has about a 30-minute flight time. Same as the DJI Minis, same as the Autel Minis, same as the Mini 3, okay? And same as the Hubsan Ace Pro. Well, the Hubsan Ace Pro, or Black Hawk 2 Pro, is basically a Hubsan Mini with the added advantage of having onboard memory as well. The advantage of having 12 and 48 megapixel pictures. But the 8 megapixel pictures that this takes is pretty good. So do you want to pay the extra, let's see, the Ace Pro is $699, the Black Hawk 2 Pro is $799. So do you want to pay in the States, let's say $799, the most exaggerated example, $799 versus $429. You do the math, okay? You're still playing a lottery. You're still playing a gamble. And from what I've read in all the forums, you've still got a problem. There's still problems with them all. So you still may or may not have to send them back. I've heard of very few that have to be sent back. Most can be fixed through firmware, through cautious negotiations. Things can be fixed. So it's there. So it's finished and it's going to hover. So let's do a return to home. Find that button. Return to home.
Return to home.
There we go. And it's going to come home. Let's see where it's going to come. There it is. Okay. And you'll see all this on the... Oh, there it is right there. Bingo. Yeah, it's right above us and it's going to come down. As it comes down, I'm going to see where it's going to land. Okay? And let's turn that noise off by pressing the function button. Okay? And it's going to come down. So I'm going to cancel that when it gets really low and put it back on the landing pad, turn everything off, and keep on yapping about this stuff. Okay? It's coming down pretty close. It's usually a couple of meters off, but I don't care. It's got landing gear on it, the skis, okay? But in all intents and purposes, this is a Hubsan Zino Mini. A Hubsan Zino Mini with an SD card. Yeah, if you want to do that. Here it comes. Okay, I'm just going to cancel that. Get my fingers out of the way.
Cancel return.
And I'll bring it down manually. Here we go. Bring it down. It should be coming in view now. There we go. Okay. Let's come this way. Let's turn that camera off.
Memory card is full.
I know. Well, I'm turning it off.
Memory card is full.
Well, there you go. I didn't know. But you saw where it went. So let's go. Let's bring it down. I wasn't paying attention. So do we go forward? Okay. And this way. Okay, let's get it underneath here. And down it comes. Bingo. On my little knees here. Let's turn this off. Don't know how much of that we got, but there we go. And we'll turn the controller off to save that battery. And we'll stop.
USB disconnected.
Yeah, I know. If I can find it, we'll stop this video here. That's the video for the drone, the controller. But anyway, this is the Tech Class T40 Pro. It's a 10-inch tablet, okay? Got it in a Skyreet holder, nice connector, works fine, okay? But, let me put this down. There is a but. At the very most, oh boy, that's noisy. At the very most, the 10-inch tablet only has about a 360 nit value, which isn't very bright. And it's only got one USB-C input, no 3.5, and the audio on it is not very good. So I'm using this Avantix mic to the other, and I sync the two audios, okay? Because the audio on that is horrible. But it's a nice big screen, and it's not too bad in the shade, okay? But where's my piece of paper? Here we go. Okay, so as I said, the Hubsan Mini, even though it's right on that borderline of 250 grams, and you can argue that till the cows come home. I don't know anybody that has had an issue, or you're flying a 251 gram drone and you don't have it registered. Unless they're coming out with a set of scales, or if you do get into some situation that is a problem, then that's the least of your problems, okay? But you just use common sense. That's all you do. That's all you can do, common sense. Don't fly near people. Don't fly over private property unless you've got permission, or don't fly on people's property if you've got permission. Do all that kind of stuff. Do your due diligence, okay? So when it comes down to all this, you can pick up a Hubsan Mini SE that only has a 1/2.6 camera for like less than 350 bucks. That's a budget drone. You can pick up the X8 Mini from FIMI for about the same price. You can pick up a DJI Mini SE for $299. You don't get all the flight modes, you don't get, you get the NFZ problem, you know, there are some little issues there. But if you're going off-brand, the Hubsan Mini SE and the Hubsan Mini are where you want to really look at, okay? So this Hubsan Mini is in direct competition, I think, with the Hubsan Ace Pro series or the Black Hawk 2 Pro. It's got the same camera, it's got better flight time, a few little things. It may not quite, in perfect conditions, it may not go quite as far. It does have 6 times zoom versus 3 times zoom. But all the other stuff is the same. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the Black Hawk 2 Pro and the Hubsan Ace Pro have LiPo batteries. This is a lithium-ion battery. Okay? I really like lithium-ion batteries versus LiPo batteries. Okay? So for me, that's a big difference. But if you're looking for a really good camera on a budget drone that's not DJI, the Hubsan Mini is where you really want to look at, because it's got a really good camera, really good photos. Doesn't have 48 megapixel, but it's got really good photos, okay? Then if you want to get into the bigger drones, you know, there's all kinds of options, but how much do you want to spend, okay? Once you get out of this budget realm here of all the Hubsans and the EXOs and the FIMI, you're doubling your price. You try and get for something comparable. Maybe the Mini 2 is pretty good, but that's got a really limited range, okay? But you've got all the problems with the NFZs and all that kind of stuff. You gotta get authorization to fly in a lot of places, okay? So when you're talking half price, minimum, you try and get into a DJI Mini 3 Pro now, okay? To get everything you want, you're talking almost $2,000. Bizarre, okay? You start out with this at $429. By the time you kit it out with the extra batteries, you're still under $600. With all the other ones, you haven't even started. You haven't even started at that price. Okay, so Hubsan Mini, let me just grab it. There we go. The Hubsan Mini with the black arms, with everything, okay? It's new, not many of them around, and if you're in North America and you can't find it because you're redirected to EXO, go to hubsan.com/EUR and you'll find everything about this drone. You can get them on AliExpress, you can get them on Banggood, etc., 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 okay? You can have them imported to the States. I had mine to Canada. The setup isn't that bad. There are workarounds. It's not bad, okay? Or go with the EXO Mini and pay the extra $150 for customer service. Okay, it's up to you. But Hubsan Mini, Hubsan Ace Pro, very compatible. Not quite the options, but we're talking $270 difference. $429 versus, well, more than that, $799 if you go EXO, $699. So $400, $500, $600, $200, $300, $400 difference. There you go. Hubsan Mini, I love it. Hubsan Zeno Mini SE, I love it. Okay, SD card, no problem at all. Camera, no problem at all. Horizon, at some point everybody's got a little bit of a problem, but really no issue. Okay, well, there you go. Sorry for yapping so long. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Don't waste your money. Enjoy the summer. Get out, some fresh air, exercise, go fly a drone. See you in the next one.